From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors? And here we go from LA. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They fake the handoff now, Stafford. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Slot man motioned over. Williams now on 1st and 10. He's contained at the line for no gain. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. His pass caught by Nakua. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. He gets this one in Nakua. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Third and just 2 to go. Running for the marker with Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. 2nd and 7.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
On 1st down, here's Stafford.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's 2nd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Shotgun handoff to Garendo. Stiff arm success. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Running back sent in motion. Kittle brings it in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun is Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Garindo. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the pickup. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. This time it's a passing play. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Stafford now on 1st down. Pass complete, 2-2 Atwell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got a man in motion. Straight ahead with Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Stafford from the gun. Able to find Nakua here. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a second-quarter lead. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets him around 6 there. Jared Verse on the tackle. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. From the gun, Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for and you go out and execute.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Now Stafford again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Purdy on first down. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams are going to get the football one last time in this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Stafford now. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 3 now. From the 34. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here's Stafford. That one's caught along the left sideline. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's second down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Sly's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The 49ers are ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half. And they may not be able to take a knee safely this close to the goal line. Might need to run a play to end this half. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. He lofts it deep, right sideline. It is caught at the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. First down throw by Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You could feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. They take the handoff now, Stafford. This will be caught by Adams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Halfway to the mark. marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. That play good for 17 on a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun is Purdy. Escapes the pocket. Gets himself free. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Stafford now on 1st down. He gets this one in Nakua. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
But looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Man in motion here. Back to throw, here's Stafford. Throw complete to Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It's taken in by Williams. This is ahead for about 5. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Stafford on third. The back grabs it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll look to run with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Stafford. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Williams. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Rams can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Motioning left is their running back. Purdy on 1st down. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
They motion the tight end over. Here he goes. Got to have. They want to get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it's recovered by the offense, but Brock, it's 4th down. We know only the fumbler can advance it, so this is still going to be a turnover on downs. Here's Williams to start the drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Another run for Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Third and long for him here. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a first down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.